Hello, hello, everybody. Trying to make sure you can. Problem is, I'm a little bit cold, and let me see if I can get this microphone on my T-shirt so it doesn't make weird noises the whole time. Hello, everybody. I do so apologize. Thank you, Clato. I do so apologize for yesterday and forgetting to put that yesterday's live stream on. Sorry. Like I said, it's here we go. If that helps any. If you're new here, which I imagine I just have my regulars, but if you're new here, we usually spend the first 10 minutes going over questions, things you want me to read on. I've had one heck of a week. This last week was just crazy, bad, but good. And he's Pumpkin's okay, and let me know if there's any problem with my microphone. And it's surprisingly cold here today. Yeah, it's 39 degrees. There's a wind advisory. It's bringing down the wind chill to 29, and it says there's snow starting in about an hour. So, yeah. All right. So I am going to just go in here quickly. Well, you guys do put your questions. Beef, pork, and chicken industries. It's interesting. Let me just turn the heat up a little bit. Goodness, it is far too cold for kitties. Far too cold for kitties. There we go. All right. That's kind of neat. I'm able to do my thermostat on my phone. Ah, technology. The modern world. Oh, thank you. Meat industries. What's going on with the meat industries? I'm sorry, I've been kind of out of it. It's snowing in Minnesota. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I've lived in Minnesota. Yeah. It snows a lot. I understand. Oh. Well, let's see here. Processing plants are closing. Gosh. Snowing in Colorado. Good Samaritan. Yeah, my one of my nephews is out there, and yesterday on Easter Zoom kind of thing for dinner, he showed us out the window, and yeah, it was snowing. Processing people in packing plants coming down with the virus. Oh gosh. Losing workers too. Oh gosh. I used to say it's snowing on my house again. Okay. He is. He's eating. He's drinking. Thank God. All right. I'm not 100%. To say this last week took a lot out of me is, just a little. In fact, I can hear him sharpening his claws right now. It makes me happy. Oh, gosh, there's a light. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Oops. Okay, hang on. Move this that way and turn this here and put that there and put this down a little bit here. Come on, light, work with me here. You plugged in? Okay, normally I'm slightly more with it than this. Today is not one of those days. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Oh goodness, yeah, it's going to be one of those days. I did try reaching out to Trump's Energy today, and of course he's just all bluster. Yes, that is Boo Boo's and Kitty. Yeah, he's all bluster, but what I was getting was a man flailing in water. Will we get rid of Citizens United? I hope so. Did anyone know what happened? Oh, sorry. Does anybody know what happened? Where was it? Somebody just asked something. It reminded me. Oh, what cases the Supreme Court said that they're going to cover? Because I heard that they're only going to cover some things, but I don't know. I didn't hear the specifics. You could just hang out with us for a while. I appreciate that. Oh, they are going to hear about Trump's tax records and the electric. Thank God. All right. All right. Well, let me see if I can mark down a couple of your. I wonder if I could get away with just pasting these in like a comment for a minute. I'm just going to drink my tea here, and I will. All right, we're going to start with, back up here, there were questions about the food meat. Oh yeah, Postal Service, that's definitely going in. I put that there. Meat packing, where was that? Back up here. Meat processing plants closing. Okay, I'll see what I can do with that. Okay, sorry if I missed something here. Let me see. Definitely asking the Postal Service. Citizens United. I'm going to read on that a different day. It's not pinging. Sorry. Will you ever know the real count? No. I'm sorry, Deborah. Deborah, we're never going to know the real number of people who actually passed away because of this. Because there's not enough testing. There's never been enough testing. Oh, Dr. Fauci. That's right. Oh, look at Dr. Fauci. He's going to be fine, but let's see where he's going to, because no matter where he goes, he's going to, he's still going to work on the problem. Will the real estate mogul and huge donor of Trump's, him passing away, Renee, do you know that guy's name? Autumn, will the virus return in the fall? Oh, goodness. Let's have a look at that. I don't know if I can get to all of these, but I'm definitely, I don't know if I'm going to get to all the questions I'm going to try here, but. Okay, going down. Oh, it jumped to the end. All right, I've missed something. Let me go back up. Oh, here we go. States' rights. 10th Amendment, isn't that the 10th Amendment? States' rights to tell the federal government to go whistle. Since toilet paper is now worth more than gold, can I start paying my bills with it? Kidding, don't answer. Mouse maiden. Yeah, will Trump fire Fauci? Yeah. Let's see here. G-Day, I don't know what the Red Dawn emails are, to be honest. Sorry. I am quite out of it. But sometimes that makes for good readings, because my own opinions aren't getting in the way of anything. Oh, food shortages, yeah. You guys are so awesome, and thank you so much for praying. Thank you so much for praying. Oh, a man flailing in water sounds like one of Cash Peters' pictures. That's. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just. Let me see here. Yeah, processing plants closing. I did look at farmers the other day, so this will be a good Trump fire. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's try 5. See how it goes. Oh, bar pressing charges from the Steele dossier. I saw something about Barr. I didn't quite understand what was going on. Is there a genuine Kennedy curse? I'll be honest, Texicana, that's exactly the kind of thing that I need to read on right now. I hope it's not true, but I just that's one of those questions I really want to answer right now, especially. I want to answer all of these, but read on emails were in regard to how bad the administration flubbed the early virus response. Oh, really? Red Dawn emails, huh? Red Dawn emails, you say? Oh, that was the name of the, when they were trying stuff. It was a test. I won't overtire myself, but will Joe Biden be replaced by someone else? Deanna, I'm not going to touch on that today. Okay, but anyway. Someone may come along against Biden. I understand. All right, I'm just going to get out the old cards. We'll see what we can do here. You can watch the kitty sleep. Pumpkin is sleeping in the other room. Before I came on, I went in there and gave him a little pet, a little kiss on the top of his head. I was trying to reopening wet markets. Are they stupid? I didn't know they were, but that sounds remarkably dumb. All right, put that there. Mug. My mom. By the way, anyone who doesn't know, my mom gave me this mug. So, all right. Let's see here. Okay. Do, 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 boom, boom, boom. Can you hear me all right? Is my microphone getting messed up by the sweater I'm wearing? Just let me know. Did Pumpkin apologize for giving everyone a heart attack? Oh, your sweet melody. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. He was just being curious and he got stuck. And thank God, my sister. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that because I'll get upset. So. Oh, good. All right. Shuffling here. So let's start with the meat packing plant since you guys were you asked that right up front. Where did I put that? Yeah, food shortages. Now, let's look at meat food shortages and then then other food shortages in general. I think that's important. Okay, so we are somewhere around 13:30, right on time. Okay, I love the name Pumpkin. Yeah. Mom and Dad are doing well. Both of my parents are doing well. My whole family's tired. But, yeah. My oldest sister was really nice, really helpful to come over and stay with me. Well, she stayed on the sidewalk, but just stay with me while I went door to door to door to door to door to door to door for blocks and blocks and blocks. Knocking on doors, asking people to look around their properties. And then it's I'm the youngest of 3 girls, and my middle sister is the one who actually found Pumpkin. So, all right. Now, unfortunately, Greeter TK. In some ways, I'm glad my parents aren't alive in this horrible pandemic. Greeter, I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with this without. I'm sorry that you were having to deal with this without that support, but yeah, there's definitely some craziness going on. Okay, actually, let's just start for a minute and let's just stay for a minute with a prayer. We are all connected. We are all from the same source. We are all small pieces of the divine in these human vessels for a short time. So we don't have to beg or anything. We just ask that the source, the huge, unbelievably large, beautiful, loving source flow through, that source energy flows through us, fills us up, fills up our lives. Beautiful, glowing, divine energy pours through us into the world, into the lives of those around us, those we care about. That beautiful, divine energy flows down through us into the world, filling the world. Just the most positive, healing, just magnificent energy, just filling all of the world until all the world is glowing with the highest vibration of divine energy for the good of all. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. All right, now actually we're at 17. Let's do 17 here. Okay. I'm going to try to keep my own feelings and opinions out of this. I'm vegan, so. But I understand people eat meat. I'm not coming down on you. I just need to make sure I keep my own stuff out of it, which is, it's like my parents eat meat, and having them switch to being vegan would be, oh my gosh. So, yeah. Okay. Meat processing. Let's not look at the meat processing itself. That energy is more than I can handle. Let's look at the people who work there walking in and out of work, or not being able to go to work, or not, like where they sign in and out. Back in the day you would punch in and out of a job. But let's focus on those areas where, like the energy of where you sign in, or someone's trying to work the schedule for meat processing. Definitely higher wisdom, but I'm not quite sure what the higher wisdom is yet. Star. Queen of Wands, getting things done. Justice, balance. Things leaving. There are going to be enough people who are going to take on the burden to do a lot, but it's a Herculean task. Let me see, are there going to be meat shortages in the stores? Are there going to be meat shortages in the stores? Gosh, this is so nice. I cannot tell you how nice it is to be here with you. Oh my gosh. even reading on these dark things, it's like, oh, and your energy is so wonderful. I see your question, Deborah, but I need to focus on this right now. Can you ask maybe later? Or definitely tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. Okay. All right, will there be meat shortages in the grocery stores? Yeah, my father was telling me when this first hit, he went down to the local grocery store and the whole meat area was just empty. But are there going to be ongoing meat shortages? Getting 2 cards for the reading. Meat shortages. These feel like grocery workers, just mostly young people, just scurrying, trying to do as much as they can, trying to make things work, taking on responsibilities that wouldn't normally fall on them. Okay. Good kitty. All right, are there going to be meat shortages in the stores? Well, obviously, prices may go up because of scarcity. There have been no price freezes, which is just crazy town to me. Why wouldn't there be price freezes on things right now? But no. It's basically what I'm getting here is a bunch of wealthy people who can get meat and get sources of meat. Kathy, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. I got a bunch of rich people here. That's all this is. And like the kind of grocery boutique kind of places making it work. But what about for everybody else? It's not really. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to go into food shortages because I think that's probably going to be paying $4 for a cupcake. Oh my gosh, Dave. It's 23. Let's look at, are we going to have food shortages? There are already those, my goodness, those pictures coming out of California of all of those people waiting in their cars for food is just heartbreaking. Are going to be food shortages. I mean, obviously, oh, thank you, Sandra. Obviously, it's, thank you. Obviously, there could be shortages because people can't afford food, but are there going to be, like, is there going to be a shortage of actually having access? Like things not being produced. Okay, let's see here, food shortages. Yeah, there is kind of an air, I'll be honest, there is an air about the kind of World War II rationing air about this. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I'm just saying there were a lot of other things that were done during the war. Victory gardens and you know, just making do kind of thing. Oh my goodness, thank you, Suzanne. Oh yeah, food shortages. a lot of people are going to be hurt by what's going on with things shut down. And not just the coronavirus. Whew. 8 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. 10 of Wands. And the Sun. Oh wow, do you guys remember way back, I was doing live, it's after I started doing daily live streams, but it's been a while, but at the end of one of the sessions I pulled out a book called The Year 1000. And I was explaining about how it's just a fascinating book about what life was like in the year 1000 and how tied to the seasons, everything about their lives were. And there was something called the Hungry Gap, which we would think, oh, you mean like Lent? Well, not exactly, because in a lot of gardens, you know, right now there might be some cold weather crops coming up, cabbage or what have you, but there wasn't as much until later in the summer. Plus the fact that a lot of the first crops were things for the livestock. So, because if your livestock didn't make it, then yeah, that was not good. So this feels like it's a burden that will get easier later in the summer. People like isn't it the Mormons who have 3 months of supplies? They're supposed to have 3 months of supplies in their basements and that sort of thing. But it's kind of one of those, what is the parable? Is it the squirrel and the grasshopper? The something in the grasshopper? It's kind of that sort of thing. Because those who don't have those reserves are either just stuck or they've got to seek help, and it's going to get harder, but things will get easier come the end of summer. This is the strongest thing here, is that card right there, the Sun, okay? But we're going to get through this. We really are. Yes, it's the Mormons. Thank you. Thank you, Mims. Yeah, we're going to get through this. We are. Let's see here. Let me shuffle a little. Alrighty, let's see here. You guys are so good to me. Postal Service, that's at the top of the list here now. So we are at, about 29. Postal Service. Yeah, I'm seriously thinking about seeing if I can get some, actually, hang on just a second. I'm going to take my microphone off for a second because the heater's finally kicking in and I need to take this sweater off and you'll probably be able to hear me better too. So just a second. Okay, I am back. Susie Buckingham. I've started lettuce and green onions from what I bought, but I'm assuming you're saying can't put outside because it keeps getting so cold. Yeah, exactly. Postal Service is a mark of civilization. I don't get it. Yes, yeah, Salome. And especially now, talk about essential services. It's like spring keeps teasing us. Well, 'tis the nature of spring to be a tease. Susie, it does every year. The flamin' flirt, Salome is saying. I love that. I love that. All right. Okay, now we're at 30:15. I'll just say 30:30. Let's have a look at the post office. Yeah, I've been trying to think of, I've got some cards, in a box somewhere, because I haven't really written anything by hand and sent it to anybody in a long time, but I used to love all kinds of cards and stationery and all that sort of thing. Oh gosh, Shandar is saying, buy your seeds soon. The place I buy my seeds from is sold out for the year. Oh goodness. All right, that's something to keep in mind. Okay. So, Post Office, United States Post Office. I'm going to be honest. I know there are inefficiencies. I know I know there can be issues, but I love the post office. I always have. I've always loved paper. So cards, stationery, the mail. But yeah, they are suffering. It feels like there's it's like a great, one of those great big sorting centers. So it's like a massive building. For some reason, it's almost like triangle shaped with just the tips cut off. You get those weird shapes sometimes. But I'm seeing that. But then there's like a black blot, like a smoke, a fog, dense something that's like moved into one part of the triangle. Autumn, I bet you're into calligraphy. I have liked calligraphy in the past. I've never actually done much to it though. Post office, let's see. I did used to send my friends all kinds of letters on crazy paper because it was crazy paper. When my father went to Japan, he said, "What do you want from Japan?" And I said, "Paper." It's like, "What?" I said, "There's stationery shops there." And he basically just walked into one and just grabbed a whole this, and brought them home, and I was just over the moon. All right, Postal Service. I know you're struggling. I can feel you struggling. So it's feeling like a symbol of the way the Republicans are failing. Anybody who's pushing privatization right now, anybody who's pushing anything other than, I'm sorry. Look, I will be perfectly honest with you, and feel free to disagree with me all you want. I'm actually a moderate Democrat myself. I would be more liberal if we could make the tax system more fair, but also I've got serious issues with our currency. Our currency is a fiat currency. No, and it just makes me crazy because it makes, thank you, Deborah, it puts everybody on a treadmill, and you can never catch up because the value's constantly dwindling. People are like, oh, the price of gold is going up. No, the price of gold isn't going up. It's the value of our currency is going down, okay? So I mention all of that so you kind of know when I say this, it isn't like, oh, she's just pushing her own agenda. I'm not. Right now, we need full-blown socialism. We just do, just full-blown, and that's not, what I would have said if this hadn't happened. Right now, in this crisis, we need it. But anyway, Postal Service. Yeah, it's a symbol. It's a symbol, a potent symbol. I believe the postal system is in the Constitution. So what's going to happen with the Postal Service? U.S. Postal Service. it's almost like somebody saying, or like McConnell or somebody saying, oh, we need to privatize it, and there are people responding, and they are angry. It isn't just normally like a yeah we've heard this before. It's a don't touch it kind of, don't you touch it. Insult to injury. That is exactly what this is. The idea of not funding the post office. They're usually having difficulties, and the working conditions are hard, and you're out in all weather, and all of this stuff. But this is just an insult on top of their normal injuries. Oh, heartbreak. Three of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Empress. Well, this is them. This is the Republicans trying. This is the Postal Service is struggling. This is them asking for some money, which is actually not that much, but the Republicans trying to sitting pretty themselves, trying to poo-poo the difficulties, but America's not going to put up with it. This is very much a bulwark. Is that the word I'm looking for? Of no. Let me pull some more cards, because that Empress card is the card I get for America. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to our moderators. We have the best moderators on the internet. You make this possible, and thank you. Sharon saying, let's do a group meditation telling Trump to golf 24/7. Trump, go golfing. Trump, go golfing. USPS expends a lot of its resources on expensive middle and upper level managers. Deborah, I did not say that they're efficient. But this is so not the time to when people need medications and supplies and communication and a lot, male people, they don't really do wellness checks per se, but they get a rhythm, they get a sense of how things are. So let's see what else I can get here on the post office. I don't hear in the UK, I could be wrong, but I'm not hearing about the UK right now getting rid of the Royal Post or whatever. Oh, that actually feels more like the people suffering who they help by bringing this is a without them, without the Postal Service. It's the Postal Service. I mean, come on. People, okay, I've got the Lovers, I've got the Hermit, and Major Arcana. Oh, proposal turned down. Queen of Wands. They're going to get something. This is the Six of Pentacles. This is the card of generosity, but it's giving, but it's not a huge amount. But this outpouring that's going on right now and people buying stamps, it makes a difference. This is very, very strongly Major Arcana, and it feels very strong. You showing any support you can of the post office. Some people are buying little, post office toys for their kids, or buying stamps that they may or may not need. But every little thing you do is going to help them. What they really need, they're probably not going to get. But this is Pelosi. This is making sure they get something. So, are we going to continue to have postal service in the United States? And yes, I just said those words out loud. Can you believe it? Yeah, every time I cut these cards, I keep getting stuff like this and cutting the cards, and it isn't just the post office. This is the energy in general. I know how hard it is, how hard things are right now. Trust me. Trust me. I know how hard things are right now. But we're going to get through this. We're not alone. And just, I don't know if you can feel, hopefully you can feel that energy, like when we're here, you can kind of feel that, even just a little bit, feel the kind of communal energy of when people are saying nice things and supporting each other and greeting each other and all of that. So see if you can draw on that energy, almost like you're tucking some in your pocket for later in the day. Do you know what I mean? So are we going to lose the postal system for a while? Oh, kitty. Nope, that's still leaving packages. That's still leaving stuff on people's doorsteps. Let me see. Six of Swords. Temperance. Three of Wands. People, this is so sweet. This is normally, it's a man watching his ships come in because of the great, risk he took, or it's karma, what you send out will return to you. This feels very much, this is just a guy standing at his window, waiting for his packages, waiting for his mail. Just, just watching. It's very sweet. Eight of Wands, and that's still, there's a lot of mail. Guess who that is? That's very much Trump. That's very much Trump, who's, all of this is what's needed, and there might be a little bit of stuff backing up, maybe, but this is the fool just wandering in saying, oh, all I care about is my gut and what I think things are, and they're fine, they don't need it. Yeah. Go away. Temperance. Temperance. What does that temperance mean? It does very much feel like there are Republicans who want to use this as an excuse to make major changes. Eight of Pentacles. This is legislation. This is Republicans. Just go away. Yeah, Republicans. But it's not going to win. This energy feels much smaller than this. Yeah, this is one more way. Republicans are making themselves obsolete for a time. I mean, there's a reason that FDR was reelected over and over and over. It has to do with the fact that he was the one who saved them from the Depression. And it was Wilson, Woodrow Wilson, one before him, who was just trying to pretend like nothing was happening. Back to medieval times. I don't think it's going to get that bad, but let's, you know what, that back to medieval times, that is an important question to ask today. I'm afraid that one's going to end up. And like I said, there's always tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll cover other stuff. But we're at like 44:30. So, are we going to Hoover? Herbert Hoover, thank you. Hoovervilles. Is it Hoovervilles? Yeah, Hoovervilles. Thank you. Yeah, memory's not fantastic at the moment. Is this going to knock us back in a big way? because I don't think I don't think it's going to be that bad. But let's see how is it. I mean, are we talking medieval times? Are we talking? Right? No, it's not that bad. The medieval times would be knocking it back to where you you didn't even have mail service, or if you did, it was rare, and everybody lived in villages, and you ground your own, wheat at the mill. How bad is the economy going to get? Pockets, areas faring worse than others. Yes. Queen of Cups, but that. Let me tell you, when Pumpkin disappeared last week, I threw some cards to, was there anything they could tell me? And I got this card, and it was very much the signifier of me. And I am generally the Queen of Cups, because I've got a Scorpio. I've got air signs. I've got water signs. I'm a Scorpio, Sun, Cancer, Moon, and even though I've got a bunch of other stuff in my chart, I've also got, it's not a trine, unfortunately, but I've also got a Mars and Pisces. So yeah, I'm very much Queen of Cups. But this is a woman who cares. And the way that I was caring for Pumpkin when he went missing, and I stopped everything, and my whole life became helping. Find him, save him. This card is what's showing up for that people working together. This is people helping each other. This is also this is turning into a huge shove toward democratic power in November. Oh my gosh, did Milu's power go out? Oh gosh. Let's see. How bad is it going to get? Definitely some migration from certain areas to certain areas. Six of Swords, Knight of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Four of Swords. This isn't that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad. It's a slower pace of life. Desrat, I just saw Desrat saying root beer float jonesing here. I'm suddenly craving chocolate mousse cake. Oh well, that's not going to happen. It's going to be a slower pace of life for a while. And there will be some people who have to move. They can't stay where they are. But this is friends, people helping each other, celebrating the basic things of life. The basic something about the Trump poems. I'm sorry, I didn't see them, Creator. This is celebrating the normal stages of life, and this is the institutions, the structure holding. This is stone. You know, as hard as our economy is hit right now. You know, I guess it's Parable Day or Fable Day. No, Parable Day on Black and Orange channel, because Three Little Piggies, his house was made of stone. Of course, nothing's perfect, but it feels like it's going to be quieter for a while. But it's yeah. I'm not getting this. Is come on. I just asked how bad is the economy going to get? There's no tower here. There's no tower. There's no devil. There's no major arcana here. So that's good. So, all right. I can probably go for about 10 more minutes. What have I got here? Dr. Fauci. time is it? 50. $15. How are you doing, boo-boo? You doing okay? People were saying that it's so sweet how Pumpkin wants to be near his brother. Actually, I'm not sure why they were in there together. Because, yeah, that wasn't even my bed. But anyway, mostly he's very, very jealous of Pumpkin. And I have to stop him from trying to be really territorial. Because Boo Boo is, I guess he thinks he's got a good thing here and he does not want to give up any space. But I'm making him. I'm making him. All right, let's read about Dr. Fauci. Okay, we're at about 51. All right, Dr. Fauci. Oh, I get, you should get cups for medical people. And there's a king of medical people. Dr. Fauci. Is Trump going to fire Dr. Fauci? Yes. I mean, I feel like that answer just like it came through me. It was just like a hello. Let's see, Dr. Fauci. Because, yeah, if he loses Dr. Fauci, who's he going to have? Is Trump going to fire Dr. Trump? Is so... He's so awful. He's flailing. He's a tin despot. Okay. To there, Dr. Fauci and Trump. Because I have 2 male kitties. I know, but I didn't choose them. They were chosen for me, and now they're my responsibility, which I'm happy to have. Dr. Fauci, Queen of Wands. Oh, is that the other doctor? Is that the other doctor? What's her name? There's the presser sometimes. Temperance. 8 of Wands. This is the caduceus. This is what I'm being drawn toward. Yeah, guess what? Look, someone leaving. And yes, I got 6 cards for this. I don't know why. Yeah, this is Trump making up an excuse to get rid of the most potent medical expert he has. Because he's under so much criticism. And there was the wisdom of saying, of what Fauci was saying about things would have been better if we had acted sooner. Yeah. I mean, that kind of says it all, doesn't it? And then Trump coming up with his lies and excuses, his illusions, delusions, lies. Yeah, but Dr. Fauci, I've read on him before. Yeah, no one can overshadow Trump. Exactly, Greater. He's going to keep, I've read on him before, he's just going to go somewhere else and keep working on the problem. Oh, right. And actually, you know what? Since I'm just gonna keep to an hour today. I'm going to end on let's see about reopening the country. All right, I'm at 55. Reopening the country. State or federal. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. And then I will be, yes, pace yourself out. Thanks, Sharon. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow and we will cover more because you guys have great questions. I'm going to have to think about having a garden this year. What do you think, Kitty? Oh, well, that's the other thing. Pumpkin is now a 100% indoor cat as opposed to being like he usually went out during the day, came back, in and out during the day, but now, if I spend a lot of time, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because he's going to be he was forced to be an outdoor cat by the evil stepmother, not mine, but there was a woman who came into the house he was in, and that was awful. He was horribly mistreated, and then he was an indoor cat for 3 years. And then he was an indoor cat for quite a while here. And then for the last 6 months, he's been, I had that tracker on him and I had all of this stuff set up so I would know where he was at every time and he would be safe. But it doesn't work. And so he's now an indoor cat and he's going to complain and he's going to be miserable. So I'm trying to play with him more and I'm trying to make things, keep him occupied, and I'm going to just have to spend more time with them, but I'll do it. They're my responsibility. And I will say this, last thing about the cats, they are 2 males, and that's difficult. But this one's a bully. He'll keep sniffing Pumpkin's tail, and when Pumpkin walks by, he'll just touch him. Doesn't hurt him, just touch him, and put an orange collar on Pumpkin. I had a collar with his name, my phone number, a tracker on. It didn't help. Yeah, cats need to stay inside. Too much could go wrong out there. Exactly. He's gonna be so mad. And he's Houdini, but still. Flower essences could help. Okay, but the thing is that once Pumpkin's had enough, the tables turn, and when these two actually have an altercation, yeah, you don't stand a chance, Cupcake. No, you don't. He wipes the floor with you. Yes, he does. Reopening the country. Sorry, we're now at 58:30. 58:30. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Okay, reopening the country. I'm getting very strongly. We're going to make it through this. So many generations have their struggles, have their fears, had their lives disrupted. Reopening the U.S., state versus federal. In this corner, 50 state governors, many of whom have a brain, although not all. In this corner, one heavily, thickly spray-tanned moron who goes by his instincts based on nothing. Reopening the country. Reopening the country. Oh, we have some bathing. More bathing. What's going to happen with the USPS? I did that just a little while ago. It'll be in the timestamping. I put both in the comments and in the description box, but it takes me a little time to work it out. But it's just gonna keep it rough for now. But the questions I covered and timestamps to those answers will be there. reopening the country. Well, it's definitely going to happen, but things are they feel a little bit different. They feel a little bit different. And this generation coming up right now, they're going to be more social, but also more, very Age of Aquarius, of course, more social, but they're also going to be more prudent. Kittens sleep all day. Is that normal? At 18 cents, they should be active. Cats sleep a lot. They're carnivores, and they have to sleep a lot because what they eat throws off so many free radicals and all kinds of toxins and stuff like that. So their body has to process all that out. So cats sleep a lot. Carnivores sleep a lot. And yeah, babies and kittens and what have you. Reopening the country. Okay, yeah, we've been hurt. We've been hurt. But this is other parts of the world have already opened up. We are, compared to the rest of the world, we are a rich country even now. Trump doesn't care. He has money. He doesn't care. I guess I'll put this back in here. He does. I mean, so the feeling on that is so clear. He doesn't care. He cares about the people fawning around him. Think of how he isolated his own children. They used to have lunch together in Trump Tower. Because it has to be about him. State versus federal reopening the country. State versus federal reopening the country. Democrats reopening the country. Page of Swords, King of Wands. I was going to say, this is often how Trump sees himself, but it's probably not him. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a card for Trump himself. That's Trump. This is in the center. This is the country being interesting. Oh, that's interesting. That was why tarot cards? That was a very interesting way of putting that. I've never thought of the tarot having very good phrasing, but yes. Center of the reading is the economy being in suspension, right? On this side, you have a king. Swords are air signs. It's just like Gemini. It's communications. It's words, numbers, you know, things you'd write down on paper, facts, that kind of thing. And this is the side the card for America is on. On the other side, you have Trump. And you have Trump's ego. It's like double Trump ego over here on one side versus facts and figures and what have you, and America is staying over here. So America is going to stay with, they're going to act. I mean, Trump can call for, you know, he called for everything to open up, everybody to pack the churches on Easter Sunday. And the country went, no. And he was like, oh, okay. They will listen. The country is going to reopen when the facts say we should. When they have proper antibody tests, when they have when there's a plan and there's these things, that's when Americans are going to start going out. But it does feel like there's going to continue to be a reliance on technology. And, you know, in the future, it's just going to get more and more and more and more and more. So anyway, that is me for today. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. And I will be back tomorrow. Same, oh, I guess I need to change that little phrase. Same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. Bats, ghosts. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for everything. And thank you moderators. You are awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, without testing, it's only guesswork. Exactly, Dave. All right, guys, you hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye.